Hello everyone, my name is Sondra. Welcome back to Lawn Mowing Simulator. Let's start off simple. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay, trash picking. So in the last video I spoke about animes a bit, and like I think I said that I haven't watched anime in quite a while now. I read quite a lot of manga, like following heavily on the One Piece manga, hating how it keeps ending on a fucking cliffhanger. Same with My Hero Academia. I don't actually know how you say it. But following that, what more do I follow? Let's do an old classic. There we go. But yeah, let's see, My Hero Academia, semi following the Boruto story. Have to say that I got kind of like I know that like how massive Naruto became because I watched it and read it for a long ass time. I'll trim that first. But like most of like at the end of Naruto, with them showing that he and Hinata became a proper family, and Sakura and Sasuke made a family. They had children. They showed how Temari and Shikamaru became a family, which is kind of hilarious, seeing as how Shikamaru was so against marriage in the beginning. Oops. Makes me kind of wonder why, like, if it was Temari that threatened him to marriage, or if it was him just realizing how important she was. And then you had Sai and Ino, which I never really understood how that combo ended up. Mostly because the one reason why Ino got a crush on him was because Sai and his like learning how to interact with people had called her a beautiful girl. But yeah. And then but yeah, not to talk about the evolution of relationships in that game series, but like the beginning of, like, with the end of Naruto, when they showed that he was the Hokage and everything. Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't read or have planned to read Naruto and you're reading it really slow. But them showing Naruto being the Hokage, constantly working, and his son basically looking spot fucking on like he did, and causing chaos, like vandalizing statues and everything to get his dad's reaction. It's kind of like they literally just changed the old group with replicas of themselves. And I can say this, that I was about the Boruto saga thing, and as I understood, they had different like writers for that, and like they kind of like messed with a little bit with the story. And then after what is it? It's Kishimoto does Naruto, I think. Yeah. I was thinking of Eiichiro Oda, but he's Mr. One Piece. But like when he took it on up again to like save the Boruto saga, it actually got better. And quite a lot, I might tell you. But in the beginning, it was literally just clones of themselves. And for some reason, I know that they wanted to like depict that the son gets a lot from the father, etc. The daughter gets a lot from the mother. But with, for example, Naruto's family, like, wouldn't it have made semi-sense or been like a bit more unique if like now Boruto had the like wide eyes of his mother that gives him the Byakugan, and had like a little bit of a mix of the black and blonde hair. And not just have him look kind of literally like Naruto, and then have what's her name again? Himawari? I don't actually know how you say her name. But Boruto's sister, why make her literally a young clone of her mother? But instead of watching a guy from the distance and everything, she's more interested in trying to wanting to have a happy family, it seems. And how I know that Hinata is like full support of supportive of like Naruto, but shouldn't she be kind of pissed that her husband is like constantly like working. I mean, like, yeah, he is the Hokage, but I mean, like, for fuck's sake, he has Shikamaru as his right-hand man, and Shikamaru's IQ was higher than anyone else in the fucking village. He might have been a lazy fucker back in the day, but maybe let the guy do some extra work every now and then, so so Naruto can go home to his family. I think this is like the one thing that Naruto didn't grow up with. But yeah. And I think I've spoken about it before as well. I've been reading I think it's originally from Korea, I don't know. They have a little bit different style of their mangas, but it's called Under the Oak Tree, which is about like a girl that was literally shunned by her real family because she was not perfect like her sister, and because she had a stutter, because she had, instead of having beautiful long blonde hair, she had red hair, and her father literally beating her for like not being. What the fuck am I cut? Oh, I read the wrong page part. Oh shit. 550, 650. So there we go. But yeah, it's a rather good story, the Under the Oak Tree. A bit got a bit intense, and now it's on a cliffhanger, and I don't know when it's going to be updated. I can't recall what the manga is called because it had a weird name. But there's a manga about it's been shown every now here and there from anime. It's about a elf that was part of like a group called the Hero Party, and they went and like defeated the Demon King. But because she's an elf, time for like it took them 10 years to do the journey and defeat the bugger. But because she's an elf, time is kind of irrelevant for her. She'll live like after 8 years. For her, it's like a few days, basically. And she eventually, like after their travel, she makes she goes out to learn about humans and people more after having no real interest in anything of it. But she went she literally promised on like the death of the main hero of the former party she was part of, to like go and learn about humans. She returned a few years later, met with her old friends, at least the two that were still around, and took up an apprentice called Fern, I think her name is. And that is like a girl that was abandoned, and one of the former party members that was a priest, if I remember, became later a bishop. Like, took it upon himself to like raise her because she was an orphan and he had been an orphan. And when he dies, Fern joins the elf on her journeys. They meet a man called Stark, I think his name was. That is a warrior, and he was the apprentice of another person in the former party, and so on, so on. It's like it's a really interesting, funny story. I can't remember what the fuck it's called though, because it was something like Shuhi, and then like Firen or something. I can't remember. I do recommend it though. So if you can find out which anime manga I'm talking about, depicted of what I've said, then you're kind of sorted, because it is a really good one. And then we have what more I've been reading. I've been reading those like mangas that are called like the Archmage Sorcerer Returns After 1,000 Years or something like that. I read two different versions, like two different ones called pretty much the same thing. And the first one has ended that I read, and it ended in a really good way. Like, he gets betrayed by his best friend in the beginning, and with a spell that was hidden in a book that he never could read, that he suddenly could read, he gets transported in time. He has all his memories left, but he's back as a kid, and he like vows to change his future, which he does. He changes that his mother doesn't suddenly die. He changes that his, like, a person that hated mages that actually becomes his like best friend. He meets like the sibling of the person that had tried to kill him, and becomes like best buddies with him, make sure that that guy becomes the ruler. And it ends with him, after revealing a crush for the like better guys, better prince guys, he teaches that guy's sister some magic, because she was a sorcerer, and sorcerers in that world were like bound by a law to like, they had to go to like a mage tower thing. And he made sure that the girl could like choose herself, what do you want to do? Do you want to keep doing magic, or do you want to stop? And she wanted to keep doing it. And in the whole end of everything, after like a big battle, him celebrating with everyone that the kingdom is safe, he asks the girl to like wait for him for a bit. He wants to go see the world that he never got to do. And yeah, it was actually a really good like story. It ends with him coming back, and the girl has like, he's been gone for a while, but through the time he was gone, Like the girl has been proposed by many people, ignore them all. He returns. They take a walk in a beautiful park, and he asks her to, like, if he's on her side at all times, she will be at his, and then asks her to marry him. It's a rather sweet ending. I think the manga, another manga I read is called Before the End, and it's not over yet. But that one is also like really fucking good, really good action. I'm trying to see if I'm thinking of two different mangas, because I read a lot of those main character dies, comes back as a child but with the memories of their past, or are like returned to get a chance on a new life, kind of like that sorry, like the oh god, what's that manga called? It's about a girl that gets transported into a world but with monsters and a game system, and she becomes a spider. Now I hate spiders for the love of everything, but I can agree that she's actually rather cute. And I read I got reincarnated as a blacksmith, I think it's called. It's a guy that, like, he does a good deed that sadly kills him, and he's offered to, like, do you want to return to a different world, and you can choose one thing you can do, and you'll be the best in the world of it. And he chooses to be, he wants to be a blacksmith. He wants to be having his chill time, because he's like the stereotype overworked man that dies and wants to live like happily. That one is also really good. And then we have what's that one called again? I should actually make a list of these. You know what? For the next video, I'll actually make a list of like the mangas that I read that I recommend a lot. I'll even write up their names, and I'll make sure I have them handwritten so I can, or as well handwritten as I can. My handwriting is shite. I can draw without problem, but I can't fucking write. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. Oh well. That will be all for this time, people. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the kind words about my grandma. And I'm getting better mentally. I'll forever fucking miss her, but well, she's in a better place at least, and that's what keeps me smiling. But yes, that will be all, people. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.